and welcome to the very first episode of the Sharp Side of Paranormal from a live standpoint. I want to thank you all for tuning in. We have a really awesome show tonight. I have the Bam Ghouls, which I have had the absolute pleasure of interviewing. It's Brandy, Amber, and Melanie, three really good friends that decided to start a paranormal team. And without further ado, I am going to show a little video that I stole off of their TikTok, and then I'm going to bring the ladies in. So here we go. I tell you what, watching that video really gets you pumped up.
Yeah,
I get like
right.
I was like, God, that would have been a fun investigation. And then I realized I was there at that investigation.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you for coming on and being my very first live guest.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You ladies are, first off, I got to say you're phenomenal to investigate with. I had an absolute blast at Indiana State Sanatorium, and you guys are really, really busy. You guys are like, obviously you have personal lives, but you also do a lot of investigations as well. You just did Middle Point, Ohio with Old World Society.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you've got Monroe House coming up. Am I missing anything? Do you got more coming up, or?
We have a private residential that we're going to go to, hopefully this coming month.
I don't know if I want to do residentials anymore after my last residential case that I was on, which Nick took over from.
Yeah, this is our first.
Oh, okay.
This is our first. We're gonna try to help these ladies out as best we can.
So, how did you ladies first off meet and then decide to form a paranormal team?
Brandy is kind of our mediator. She met each of us individually first and brought us in together. You want to tell them, Brandy?
Yeah, Melanie and I worked together for quite a while and became best friends, and then I left that job and went to work and met Amber and have become best friends with her. And when Amber and I went to the sanatorium the first time. I had told Melanie about it, and she was all about wanting to go to one. So then we all went to the Monroe House together, and it was on from there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
how long have you ladies been in the paranormal?
Just a little over a year, the three of us together.
And then, so you guys, Brandy and Amber, your first one together was Indiana State Sanatorium.
Yeah.
And then you guys just recently went back.
Yep.
With Melanie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, obviously I was there, but the guest, or the audience wasn't. So tell me a little bit about what you felt in ISS as a complete group.
It was my favorite. Out of all our places, this is my favorite. Absolutely ready to go back.
Yeah. It's just so massive to do in just one night. There's so many different buildings, so many rooms. To get everything done in one night, it's impossible. It's a multi-night investigation place.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those you have to reserve a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or at least 2 or 3 days in a row to really get a feel for. And I love ISS. It was my first ever paranormal investigation, as a lot of you know. And I did scream like a little girl, and I think I screamed like a little girl when I was investigating with you guys last month. So, we can do this as a group or we can do it individually. What is your craziest paranormal experience?
Oh. Well,
I know mine.
yeah.
I've got one. I don't know if the girls know it, but I've got one. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Hey, Teresa.
I was actually at the Monroe House. Was the first time it ever happened, but I was full on touched on my shoulder twice, like somebody would, grab your shoulder and, put pressure on, and it did it twice in a row. And then at the roads, I was touched there as well, on my butt. But both times made me come up out of my chair or off the ground. Once I about landed in Melanie's lap.
Definitely.
And I screamed like a girl.
Maybe that's what the spirit wanted all along.
Yeah. Melanie, you want to go?
Okay, so many moons ago, I won't say exactly how many, before the children, I lived in a very old brick house here in the big old town of Claypool. And that house in its day had actually doubled as a doctor's office. And it wasn't very active that we noticed, but one particular day in the middle of the summer, I came home from work and my dial thermostat was turned completely up as far as it would go. And it was not going any higher. I walked in and I was like, why is it so hot in here? And I go and look at the thermostat, furnace is running. There was no way anybody could have touched it. No way anybody could have bumped it. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. So I pop on my loved at the time, not showing my age, the Practical Magic soundtrack. And I play it. And I had the big in-home stereo system with the big speakers. So I kicked it on so I could go take a shower and listen to it. And I jam out to my one song, and then it ended. And the stereo skipped two songs to the song that I liked. So every time I played this CD, I'd always skip these two songs in between. And it actually just was helping me out while I was taking a shower and skipped those songs for me and played the songs that I liked. It was definitely an interesting day after work. Yeah, it was very helpful. But yeah, that was I won't ever forget that day.
Amber?
Yeah. When we were younger, we lived in this apartment, and it always had things happening. We could hear noises, and my oldest brother, he used to talk in his sleep and sleepwalk, and my sister would talk to someone in her sleep, and we shared a room, and I'd wake up and she'd be sitting up in her bed talking to someone that wasn't there. But so we were scared to go anywhere in this house by ourselves. And we came home late one night and we were scared to go up to our room, me and my sister. So my mom made my brother walk us up there. And right as we got to our door, it had slammed shut right in our face. And all three of us just, ran back. My brother jumped over the railing, went down the stairs, and me and my sister were crying, ran back down the stairs. It was pretty terrifying. But we didn't stay there for long before we moved somewhere else.
That's so creepy.
We were glad.
Now, as a group, what would you say your craziest paranormal experience would be?
I know for me and Melanie, when we were at the sanatorium, we had one, and it's probably our favorite that we've had together. Sky and Brandy and the two of us were in the back room, and Sky and Brandy had left and went back out into like the laundry area where the washing machines were. And Melanie and I were in the back part of that building. They have luggage from all the patients, and everybody that was there, still there, had their belongings in it. They had closets with shoes and books and clothes and photos and postcards. Everything of their belongings were back there, just thrown and scattered everywhere. We were kind of looking through some stuff, looking at all the neat stuff that was back there, and all of a sudden we heard footsteps, and they came, boot to toe, walking over this way, walked right over Melanie's head, then walked over mine, and then walked past and just went on, and wasn't like scattered like a animal scattering on the roof or anything. And we kind of looked at each other, and we looked up, and it was real slow, like somebody was just walking, strolling above us. And we kind of like, thought maybe Brandy and Sky had found a way to go up above us somewhere, like a second level. And we went back out, and they were out front, and we were like, that was really weird. And there was no way to get up there. It was just the roof, and it's, the conditions there. I don't think anybody would be walking on that roof up there.
And unfortunately, I missed that. I remember you telling me about that, and I was setting up my cameras, which took forever. And but we had some pretty cool experiences in the 5 story, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, definitely.
In the nursing home.
And the nursing home.
Yes.
We had the shadow hallway was quite active.
Yeah. It was setting that
then I saw
both of our REM pods off.
when they were coming down the hall towards us.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it's, you know what? That's one of those locations that it doesn't matter whether it's day or night. You always get really good activity. And I don't think I've been there 3 times. I don't think any time that I've been there, it has not been really active. And I think every time I go, it just gets more and more active.
Yeah.
That's how we feel about the places that we've been multiple times.
We've got a couple. We definitely feel the more we go, it's a different, either more active or a different type of activity than what we had before.
And you guys are like you're regulars at like the Monroe House and like Asher, Walton, and the Road.
We feel that way.
You can say that.
Which I have not been to Rhodes or Asher Walton. So I'm excited for when I actually do go. But the Monroe house is, last time I was there was a good time. And, luckily I get to go with you guys in December. Now, yay. So excited for that.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be, that's, I caught, I think my most, I can't think of the word. The best evidence I've ever caught was at the Monroe house, and it was that cat ball just starting to roll all by itself.
Oh,
Right.
And I've got so many questions on who was that and why they, obviously I know why they did it. They were trying to get my attention, but
Yeah.
like, who was it? Like,
Yeah. So many different things at that Monroe house that, the different apartments and the situation, it could have been anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And that's the thing, when you go into like a location, you have such a great experience. It leaves you with a bunch of questions that you have to go back, and it just like hooks you in.
mhm.
And it looks like we got a viewer question here for you. Where have you gotten the most activity at? Thank you, Teresa.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. I'd say
I feel like the Asher Walton house, personally.
Yeah. I think we had some really good activity at one of the cemeteries we visited during the daytime for Brandy's birthday.
Yeah, definitely. That was the only time that my music box legit has gone off in the 4 or 5 months that we've had it.
Yeah.
And we were getting some pretty straightforward answers on the spirit talker, which is kind of weird because we don't typically take that too seriously with it being a cell phone app, but there's sometimes that it's undeniably accurate and a little bit eerie.
Yeah.
Like last Saturday at Middle Point, it was extremely accurate with what we were doing. And we were all in a hallway and had mag lights at each end and REM pods and cat balls, and we were getting ready to kind of close up shop and move somewhere else. And it actually said on the spirit talker, what it say? I will flash the lights.
Yeah. And please
and
don't
then it
go.
said stay.
Yeah.
So, and then as soon as it said, I will flash the lights, they all started going crazy.
The REM pods, the flashlights, the cat balls.
And I think we have a TikTok on that one that we got because Gabby, it was on Gabby's live.
It was on the Old World Paranormal TikTok. I think we shared it.
I think I pulled up Middle Point. I think I have the video right here. I got the Middle Point. Maybe.
Hi everyone, we're the BAM Ghouls. We're just 3 best friends exploring the paranormal together. Here we are at Middle Point Schools in Ohio. We were at an event put on by Old World Paranormal Society. We had a very exciting night of investigating. I just wanted to show you guys some of the tools that we use on our investigations. This is our friend Amanda Woods. We like working with her. And we have Melanie and Brandy, and I am Amber. Over here on the windowsill we have a mag light. We turn them off and then turn them back very closely to the on position, but still off, and set them down so that they are easily manipulated. If anything touches it, bumps it, it can turn on if we ask it to. Over here on the TV was another mag light that had just turned on. That one is steady. Down here on the floor, we have a REM pod. It detects disturbances in electromagnetic field. If anything comes near it or touches it, it will beep and the lights will flash at us. There's the mag light. It had turned itself back off now. Turn the camera light off just to see it is completely out. Here are our cat balls. They are motion activated lights. If anything touches them, bumps them, moves them, picks them up, they will flash for a couple seconds before resetting. A lot of locations have toys that people have brought in and left. They like to set up balls and dolls and balloons and cars to see if they move.
All the
Back around
dolls.
that wall, we have some motion
Yeah.
activated lights. One on the
I think
table
there's dolls
here,
everywhere we go.
over it.
I'm so tired of seeing
In front
dolls.
and breaks that beam. It plays a creepy tune and the light turns on. We had it custom made with our logo on it. These are just two motion activated puck lights that turn on.
Those were
Motion
crazy at the
detected.
sanatorium.
Here's
Yeah.
another mag light. The battery had died since I
We had
turned it
one of
on,
those
or set it
round
up at the beginning of this
lights
video.
fall off the chair at Asher
To
Walton.
do still photography and video. Another EMF detector that had stayed on
Which,
that green light the entire
now that
time.
you're going through all the equipment, we got a
These
couple of
motion-activated
questions
cat
here.
balls we had
Yeah.
scattered on the floor in there. If
So,
anything walked
Sky
by them.
asked, "What is your favorite piece of equipment?"
I think we all say the music box, even though it never works for us, except for once at the cemetery.
Or
But
the mimic. There was the mimic of the
there was a
music
mimic.
box. I mean, it
We did have
wasn't
that.
quite the music box, but sort of.
We were at the Stimson and we were closing up and packing everything away, and we heard the music box go off after it had been put away.
Well,
That's crazy.
Melanie
I
was
thought it-
actually holding it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was holding it and it was shut off. I'd been holding it for a few minutes.
And we heard it in a different area
And
in the basement.
I
yeah,
thought
it was
went off at
definitely off in the
ISS.
distance.
Did it not go
Yeah, it
off
did
at
go
I-
off once.
And then Lindsay asked, Melanie, what is the music box?
It's basically a motion detector. So at the end of the little coffin shaped box, I think it goes out like 120 degrees or something like that. So anything that crosses the path of that motion sensor will send it off playing the Michael Myers Halloween theme song. So super fun.
Yeah.
Super creepy, especially.
Yeah.
It is super creepy. Especially the longer it plays, which would be super awesome if that would happen often, but
Yeah.
unfortunately it doesn't.
I think I've only gotten mine go off 2 or 3 times myself. I have the exact same one as you,
Yeah.
but it's really nice to use because it adds a little creep factor to your videos, especially when it does go off, because you're like, yeah, that should not be going off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
And
when you forget about it and run across it.
it not going off so many times, when it finally does, we're just going to be terrified, probably.
Hopefully.
And that door chime that you guys had.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I think that's one of our pieces of equipment we most find annoying.
Yeah. It has
And that-
went off one time at the Shabby Owl, though. In the
Yeah, it did.
antique shop, it's gone off down there. And I was
I-
tuning right behind it. It was creepy.
I love the Shabby Owl. Sky introduced me to that, and I've been there twice. And speaking of Sky, she's got another question for you.
Woohoo!
What is your favorite techniques that you use on your investigations?
Well, that's a hard question, Sky.
Yeah. I don't think we have any like favorite. We just kind of, we still haven't figured out some. We're having a hard time, finding with the Estes method or the spirit box.
we like to wing it and see what comes up first. But I think it's getting a little kind of redundant. So for our next few investigations, we just want to kind of try to find
Change
something a little
stuff.
bit different.
Yeah.
Or maybe something that's not just sitting there and asking questions and, you do it. It gets a little ho-hum kind of.
I get it. It's all cookie cutter sometimes.
Yeah.
And you do the exact same thing over. Brandy, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay. I feel like the homework that we do, I guess, beforehand, going to places, really kind of dictates
How we
the
do investigations.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, especially if we know going in what is what versus having no idea about the place at all.
Yeah, we've done that a couple times and we're like, what do we do?
Right. We get the history, then we can kind of have an approach. Or, if there's certain things that have happened in certain locations throughout the years, kind of pick and choose what direction we might want to go as opposed to going in blind. Because we're not mediums, so, but also we love to dig into the history of the places at the same time. That's a lot
As
of
deep as
what we
possible.
like about it too.
And
And
I
then-
was, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I might add too that our favorite thing to do most of the time is we take the voice recorder in and set it up somewhere. Pretty much first thing we do, and leave it set for a little while and see what we get while we're getting our bearings about the place.
See, I read this book. It's called Thinking Outside the Box: Tips, Tricks, and Tactics for the Paranormal Investigator. The author, unfortunately, Paul Browning, passed away this past Halloween, just a couple of days ago. But he gives you tips and tricks to not do the cookie cutter approach. So when we were at ISS, when I did that little voice recorder session in the sanctuary where we all left and played it's trying to get the spirits to fall into what they're used to be their routine, and hopefully increase the likelihood of catching the EVP. And unfortunately, I have been busy the last month. I still have not gone back and listened to the audio from that, which is shame on me.
Guilty.
But
Yeah.
I've got videos that I've got to edit from like June and July that I have just not. And now I'm adding this to my whole list of things to do. Sky says, I love that you guys love the shabby.
Yes, we do.
We do.
That is
We're
one of our
repeat
favorites.
offenders.
Yeah.
We've been there twice as well.
And then I hope I pronounce your name right. Ginny?
Jenny.
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 What are your plans for 2024 as you keep growing as a paranormal super team? And I agree with that. You ladies are a paranormal super team. You guys just go in there and just you're very commanding. Like your presence is very commanding, which is great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing bigger and better things next year.
Yeah,
we don't have things set up, but we definitely want to do some new locations, travel a little bit farther than we have. We've already talked about Kentucky, heading south and making it a weekend trip, bigger places, longer trips.
But I will throw in also that, we are all still raising kids and
Have full-time jobs.
Full-time jobs, and so that kind of limits, and as a lot of you out, and things that, that kind of limits what we can the time we can dedicate towards all of this.
Hmm.
Yep. Weekend warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, the October was pretty much every weekend we had something.
I mean, it's
And
spooky month. You kind of
yeah,
have to.
I
Yeah.
said November and December is going to be kind of lax, because we got holidays and family stuff, but we have family holiday stuff together as BAM Ghouls too, so we have a Friendsgiving and other things we got to do.
And that's always nice. Like when you're in a team and it's just the camaraderie is just it is your second family or third
Mhm.
family or fourth family or
Yeah.
it's great.
It is.
And Sky says, I honestly love our techniques when we're investigating as a whole. I believe we are all a lot different than other teams out there.
I think
Yes.
so. I think we got good results when we all work together too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to see what we'll get from the Monroe.
Yeah,
I'm going to be positive, extra positive.
me too. That's why I said it'll be our third time there, third time's a charm, and I feel like we do good.
I volunteer to be bait. So the last time I was there, I was in the building for like 5 minutes and I went upstairs and like something grabbed my leg. And then when I was in the basement, something pushed me. So I volunteered as tribute to be bait.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah, right.
We got
Well, this is
we got
being
our plan
recorded.
now.
So Cody, like if you guys want to do experiments with me and like do horrible, I want to try to get into the crawl space. I tried the last time, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to do it. Like I want to see if something happens.
Okay.
I say that now and then.
I know, that's how I feel too. I'm like,
I
until
thought
we
about
get
it
there.
myself.
I'd be scared trying to crawl out.
Linda asked a question. When do you guys think you'll get to Florida to do an investigation?
Whenever
As
you're gonna
soon
have
as
us.
possible.
Linda's
my mother.
Brandy's mom. We stayed with her this spring, or it was summer,
It was May.
May when we went.
Yeah.
As long as it's warm,
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it's always warm in Florida.
Yeah. We had a mini vacation.
But I would
Yeah,
definitely
I've
love
discovered
to
that going
see.
to Florida. I can go for 2 days or I can go for 30 days. I'm good with either
Yeah.
because I've done both.
Now
That
what would
lighthouse,
be-
though.
Yeah.
Ooh, haunted lighthouse.
The St. Augustine.
St. Augustine.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
I've been to Savannah, Georgia. They got everything's haunted in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
It's not too far. And so it's closer to Florida than it is here. So
We got to go to Florida first.
yeah.
Jesse asked, and then I got a question. When are we going to see BAM merch?
As soon as we get more requests for BAM merch.
Yeah.
We do already have a few, though. We do have a few that's asking. So if we get a few more, we could probably work something out.
I'll take something. I'll pay for it, but yeah, I'll take like a hat or something.
Yes.
So what would be? I know you said you're thinking Kentucky and you're doing bigger things, and I kind of think I know the answer to this question. But what is like a dream location as a team that you guys want to investigate?
Brandy will say Brushy Mountain.
I do want to go there bad.
I do. I want to go to Hill House really bad in
Yeah.
Texas.
There too.
And Pennhurst, I think.
Yeah, Pennhurst. I don't know if we have one. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We have one
Wilson
on the list.
Castle.
I
Yeah.
thought you guys were going to say Waverly.
I would love to go to
Waverly.
Waverly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely would like to go there.
That's on my bucket list. And it's, what's thing is it's so close. It's like 4 hours away. I was really close to it, earlier today. So I was like an hour away from it. But, But here's the thing. In Indiana, you could throw a stone and hit a haunted location.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by cemeteries at the same time that so many around where I live are active for us.
Yeah. I think we've been to every surrounding state except for Kentucky.
And then you got like Monroe House, and like right across the street, you got the old Blackford County Jail. And then talking to people, it's like their houses right there are haunted too. I kind of want to go there and like be like, hey, listen, I'm a paranormal investigator. Can I investigate your house?
Can I just come over?
We'll just when we go in December, we'll just leave all our business cards in their mailbox down the street.
That's a good idea.
That is.
Because I have
Harvard
a theory.
City's totally on it.
Yeah, we have a feeling that it's pretty much the whole town that something is like the water that runs through it, something about the whole town.
Maybe there's like some underground like river or something. And the spirits use it.
Like Ghostbusters?
Yes, like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
This guy says she is up for a road trip.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. We are too.
Yeah.
We're ready.
That would be like, I don't know. Like, I like my sleep. So like, it can't be like multiple days in a row doing investigations. It has to be like every other day to kind of give it, because I'm old. I mean, I'm in my 30s, but I still feel like I'm in my 50s or 60s. So
yeah.
I don't know if I could do like,
yeah, we've stayed the whole weekend at Asher Walton before, and Melanie has an issue where she doesn't sleep at locations.
No, I can't do it.
So Melanie was kind of up all day and all night then for the whole weekend.
Well, Melanie was your ride home from ISS. Did you guys like sleep and then drive, or what did you?
No, we went straight home.
Yep.
Okay, so Melanie drove home and y'all.
No,
Brandy
drove. Brandy drove home. Yeah.
I was just so dead exhausted because like because I did Monroe House.
Yeah.
I had Friday, I didn't do anything, but then Saturday I was at the Bell Mansion, and then Sunday I was at ISS, and I was just like, it took me like 4 days to recoup from that.
We always have the hangover.
Yeah.
It's real. It's absolutely the paranormal hangover is real.
Yeah, it is.
It's draining.
Yes, it is. It is 100%.
But worth it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, are you guys staying, like sleeping at the Monroe House, or?
I think we might.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. We usually, I mean, they sleep, but I mean, I just kind of like lay there, and Amber brings her tablet so I can watch my shows.
This guy's like, I never sleep at haunted location. I don't think I've ever slept.
I can't do it.
As soon as I lay down somewhere and close my eyes, I'm asleep.
Same.
Both of them are. I'm just there by myself, just waiting to be abducted in the haunted house. So it's okay. I'm used to it now.
She's just staying awake to watch out for us.
Because we're all bunking together at the Monroe House. That'd be interesting. I'm bringing a sleeping bag and I'll sleep on the floor.
We bring air mattresses. We're loaded with air mattresses.
We got the red room.
I think the only time I've really slept at a haunted location was with my wife. We went to ISS in like one of those public hunts, and I think we took a nap between like 2 a.m. and like 4 a.m. in the car, like out front, and then went back in when everybody else was leaving and kind of got to roam by ourselves. But
nice.
I don't think
I
I've
like
ever.
those.
Yeah.
What's that?
The early morning where it's not quite dawn, but it's not quite dark, and to sneak out and roam around, it's just got a different vibe. Like you can kind of feel things waking up a little bit, and it kind of changes around that time, 4 or 5 a.m. Kind of when people would initially be waking up anyway to get their day started, depending on where you are.
I mean, we ended up leaving ISS around 4-ish, but we caught those. We got that like a couple of shooting stars and stuff as we were leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Which was
Yeah, we saw a ton when we were there.
Yeah.
no. I was talking about that when we were just
Oh.
there back in October.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to tear down my cameras, and you guys were out front of the Adams Hall, just like oohing and eyeing it. I'm like, what is that? No, oh, and
I
then I
saw like
realized
4.
Yeah.
I know, it was a fun time.
There'll be more Monday
It
night.
was a blast.
Is there a meteor shower?
Monday night and early Tuesday morning.
Yes. I kind of want to like go up to the UP, screaming at it. The sky's like screaming at every shooting star.
Yeah.
I want to go up to like the UP of Michigan.
Oh my God, look at that one.
That was Sky. That was totally Sky. It was a great time.
Like we acted like little kids that had never seen one before.
Every single time.
Yeah, we could have just got a blanket and laid out there in the grass on the front lawn and been happy.
So my question is, and I'm going to kind of change gears a little bit and go back to equipment. What piece of equipment that you guys don't currently have that's like on your bucket list of equipment that you want or would love to use?
An infrared camera.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're not that expensive. They're
That's
expensive, but they're not
one
that
thing we don't have yet.
I used the Phasm cam from Ghost Stop.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ghost Stop, so this is more my thing, but right now I have 78 subscribers on my YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing a $50 Ghost Stop giveaway once I hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube. All you got to do, I'm going to make a post on my Facebook. You got to comment on that, and then you got to like and subscribe my YouTube and my Facebook. And yeah. And then once I hit 500, I'm going to give a $50 gift card away to Ghost Stop.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Nice. Score.
Sky's like, you all love me, don't hate.
We do love
We
you.
do love you, Sky.
Well, that's how I met you guys, is because of Sky.
Yep.
And because she's like, because I invited her to ISS, and she's like, hey, I've got this group. Would it be okay if I invited them? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then here we are. Lindsay says, I love that you, and she corrects herself in another comment, I love that you guys have such passion for this.
Yeah.
And you ladies really do.
Thank you.
We
do.
It's just, and here's the thing. I wrote the article in the magazine about women leading the way in the paranormal community. And honestly, I feel, because I don't know if it's the motherly instincts in females, or that you're more empathetic, you're better empaths.
Mm-hmm.
I think females actually make better paranormal investigators.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Feel the spirits are
Definitely
more engaging.
We're not as scary.
Now they like to mess with me because I'm a total chicken, but like I don't think I've ever been to a paranormal investigation that I have not been touched in some way, like
I
physically.
think
Oh,
that's
wow.
Brandy.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Jenny, with a G, and she corrects me, what is the most useful equipment you use while investigating? I'm sorry, Jenny.
Most useful, I'd say we get a lot of interaction with the mag lights, with the we've had some with the REM pod, not a whole lot.
And cat balls.
The cat balls we have.
Voice recorder. We tend to pick up something on the voice recorder at the majority of the places that we've been.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But the mag lights definitely like us. That's for sure. Here lately, anyway.
Sky says, we bring warmth and love, so they come running to us.
Yes.
With arms wide open.
With arms wide open. Oh. Now I'm going to get copyright banned for just singing
Oh,
that.
no.
3 seconds.
You do not
of
own the
that
rights
song.
to that song.
I do not own you know what's funny is they're coming to Indiana next year. Creative.
I thought I saw that.
I bought tickets today.
Oh, you did?
Because it's Creed, Three Doors Down, and I can't remember who the third group is, but I'm like, that's like my high school playlist right there.
Yep.
I think that was like everybody in that time frame, and somehow that was in their playlist. So, real quick question, and then I don't want to take up too much of your ladies, Saturday nights. I'm pretty sure you got better things you can spend time with than me on a Saturday night.
I'm holding the couch down when I get off. I'll be here.
Same. If you could change one thing about the paranormal community, what would it be?
Drama.
Yeah.
There's so much drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one thing.
A little bit of gatekeeping. I guess that's two things.
I mean, I guess the gatekeeping does go into, the drama because it does preach it.
Yes, girl.
It does go in. There is a lot. It seems like it's just high school.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
High school bullcrap. I'm like, come on. We're a community. We're supposed to be like a science, And yes, some people use this as entertainment. But a lot of us are out there to make a connection and try to figure out what happens in the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it just seems like people just get so bent out of shape with whether you use a certain piece of equipment or you work with a certain person or just because they realize that you're authentic and they're not.
Yeah.
And
100% agree.
And it just seems like some people just are disrespectful when they don't have to. Like when we were at ISS, the other group that was there kept being loud and interrupting us. They kept walking through the areas that we were investigating, and they knew they were there or we were there, and they could have gone around, but just kept walking through the nurses station. They could have gone on the outside of the building, but instead just wanted to, cause disruptions. I don't get.
Yeah, we were getting some pretty heavy activity then, and that's true.
It's frustrating.
It is.
Well, Brandy, Amber, and Melanie, it has been an absolute pleasure having you ladies on.
Yeah.
Definitely want to have it again sometime. I'm definitely looking forward to December 1st, which I do plan on going live during it. So
let's do it.
I'm not gonna bring the security camera system this time. But it's just too much of a hassle, like to set up. And I've already done that at Monroe House, so like I do plan on bringing my handheld camera and going live with that. But
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really excited because the Monroe House is a fun and yet scary place.
We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited too.
All right, real quick, where can people find you?
We are on the TikTok at
TikTok.
Bam Ghouls, all lowercase. Facebook, Bam Ghouls, 2 words, and Instagram, bam.ghouls.
All right,
Yeah,
so
thank you.
everybody go to their TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, and like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. They're gonna drop merch, I guess, here soon, so go buy their merch and make sure you like and subscribe to this video. And by doing that, it helps build my show, and I can get more and more guests on. And obviously, I plan on having these ladies back on here next year and investigating
Definitely.
with them more next year. So
Yeah, I can't wait.
Hopefully we won't have the flu then.
Yeah.
yeah, it's going around, unfortunately. So again, I thank you, ladies, and you guys again have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
You too.
Cody. You too.
Bye.
Bye.